F1 teams' finances for 2021 will be released soon, and rumours have spread like wildfire that Red Bull, alongside Aston Martin, were the first teams to breach the budget cap. Some media outlets from Germany and Italy reported that Red Bull and Aston Martin breached F1's budget cap in 2021. The budget cap was introduced as an effort to reduce costs associated with Formula One, where the sport's first ever set of financial regulations in 2020 limited teams to spending $145 million per season from 2021, with that figure decreasing by a further $5 million over the following 2 years. But with the first financial results of F1 teams in 2021 to be released next week, reports have suggested that Red Bull as well as Aston Martin spent more than their permitted allowance last year. Ever since the releases, Red Bull's Christian Horner claims it's just hearsay, rebuking Mercedes and Ferrari teams who claim they know what it really is and that the reports do not lie. What then happens when Red Bull is found guilty of breaching the budget cap? According to F1 regulations, exceeding the budget cap by less than $5 million may be considered a minor violation, which may lead only to a fine, even though that might be worth 0.5 seconds per lap. Any potential sanction is complicated by the fact that the FIA has not yet drawn up a clear list of penalties surrounding the budget cap. Should Red Bull be found to have exceeded the budget cap, Mercedes in particular would feel aggrieved, given the controversial manner in which the 2021 Drivers' Championship was decided in favour of Red Bull and Max Verstappen. Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton lost the title in highly contentious circumstances at the final round of the season in Abu Dhabi, when an incorrect interpretation of rules concerning lapped cars overtaking the safety cars heavily favoured Red Bull and Verstappen. Meanwhile, reports also suggest that Ferrari are also angered with Red Bull's suspected violation, as it may explain how the squad's RB18 has largely been the car to beat in 2022. The teams are reportedly demanding total transparency from the FIA on all financial data ahead of the release of the results next week. When Max Verstappen crossed the checkered flag in Abu Dhabi last year, he made history, especially by becoming the first Dutchman to win the F1 title. But it seems like the 2021 F1 World Championship has still not ended. Dark clouds swirl around Red Bull's triumph in the form of rumours of a budget cap breach. According to Auto, Motor und Sport, 2 teams are said to be over the limit, one of them significantly. The rumour is circulating in the paddock that it is Red Bull. As earlier stated, if Red Bull breached the cost cap by 5%, which would amount to about $7.25 million, it would be a minor sporting penalty. This could result in a public reprimand, deduction of World Drivers' Championship points, World Constructors' Championship points, suspension from one or more races, or limits on aerodynamic testing. On the other hand, if the breach is higher than 5%, that could potentially mean a material sporting penalty, which includes exclusion from the championships. In addition, the cost cap adjudication panel has the power to impose increased monitoring with respect to the F1 team. And whatever the penalty, they will invoke it for the already controversial 2021 season. Is there a possibility that last year's championship results might yet change? While Auto, Motor und Sport insists that the breach must be higher than 5%, possibly bleeding into the 2022 season cap as well, the FIA is yet to confirm anything, and Horner is confident that the team is clean. An FIA spokesperson said, "The FIA is currently finalising the assessment of the 2021 financial data submitted by all Formula One teams. Alleged breaches of the financial regulations, if any, will be dealt with according to the formal process set out in the regulations." Red Bull team principal Christian Horner is very confident about the team's submission. In an interview during the practice session for the Singapore Grand Prix, Horner said, "The accounts were all submitted way back in March, so it's been a long process with FIA going through, and we're in that process as we speak. Certainly our submission was below the cap. It's down to the FIA to follow their process, which they're currently doing." When the FIA releases the financial data, we'll get to know for sure whether these rumours are true or not. Like and share the video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notification.